G'day folks, it's Laura here, and today I'm going to do a flip cup pour. My colours are going to be titanium white, Naples yellow hue, pale gold and iridescent gold from Pebeo, and I'm going to combine these two metallic colours into the one cup. Turner's yellow, Norwegian orange and colony blue. Now I'm going to use my standard pouring medium for this. I'll link to a video on how to make this if you're interested. Now with this combination of gold colours, the Pebeo paints are quite thick, so I'm just going to mix it with a small amount of pouring medium to start with, and then I'll add a bit more pouring medium. Now with these last two colours, because they're so deep and rich in colour as compared to the yellows, I've only added a very small amount of paint in here. I've started with a small amount of pouring medium, and my next step is going to be to add some wall paint. Now this is the thickest component of my pouring medium. So essentially I'm adding this to actually thicken these mixes up a little bit so the paints stay together a little bit more and are less likely to completely wash out the yellow colours. So it's time to layer my cup now, and I'm going to use my standard cell activator for this. So I'll link to a video on how to make this if you're interested. I'm just going to start by adding a generous layer of the cell activator on the bottom and the sides of the cup. So you might notice that I've actually changed the order of my colours here. And the reason for that is because I've got this colony blue colour, which is almost a complement to this orange, kind of Norwegian orange colour over here. And I don't want these two to mix, because if they do, then they might make a muddy colour. So I'm going to be separating this colony blue from these other colours using the white, the gold and the Naples yellow. Now I've already prepared my canvas. This is the back of the canvas. I've added painter's tape as well as giant push pins. So it's time to flip the cup now. And I'll just get the rest of the paint out of the cup, then cover the edges and the corners. Okay, so the paint might need to shift down this way just a little bit and possibly down here, but I think I might not stretch it right to the edges, and this time I might just spin it out. So I'll just move the bulk of the paint a little bit first. Okay, I might spin it from here, just a gentle spin. So we're off these two edges, we're close to this corner. Don't want to lose too much off that edge. Okay, it's really just these two lower corners now. And before I go any further, I am just going to pop all the bubbles. Okay, another spin to try and bring these sections down to these corners. Very close. Okay, I think this is off most of the edges now. I'll just do a little bit of touch up around the corners. So I did get some muddy mixing between that Colony Blue and probably the Norwegian Orange and the yellows in there. So you can see around this section that it does tend to have a little bit of a grey brown kind of muddy appearance. I'm not actually unhappy with this piece though. I am quite pleased with the subtlety of the lacing in this section. I like the colour combinations. So although there is a little bit of that muddy mixing, there's a lot of subtle kind of colours in there as well, and I'm particularly loving these beautiful layers here, like waves or a breeze going through there. I think it's very delicate overall, and this almost is a bit like a field of flowers. I've got a lot of bubbles coming up, so these are not actually air bubbles, these are kind of cells, probably caused by the cell activator, which is very interesting in this section up here, and I think a lot of that has to do with the gold, because I used the Pebeo gold as well as the Sonja gold. So I think I've got some gold cells coming up in this section. Overall, I'm really happy with this one. I just think it's very delicate. So the next step here is to just take the paint off the edges. Really happy with this one. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Please let me know what you think in the comments.